ago, there's a very high likelihood I would have laughed. Changing the world is a large enough task that, as time goes on, feels harder and harder to do. Then tell me it has to be done through optimism? That naive little mentality that things will always be positive? I don't think so. But that was me when I was a young and naive 14-year-old. Now I'm a very mature 18-year-old adult, and I know better. Just like I now know college is expensive. Joking aside, the never-ending feeling of despair that I know weighs on many of my generation is part of the reason why I look at this topic now and see its truth, not its fiction. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines optimism simply as feeling or showing hope for the future. There's one word that I want to focus on: hope. That's really what we're discussing here, yes? Having hope, believing that things can get better. That belief is the core tenet of not just optimism, but of existence. I want to analyze the idea of hope in a literary genre that seems devoid of it: the tragedy. The main characteristic of tragedy is that we know how things end. See, it doesn't matter that the characters have hope, because we know things end poorly. Romeo and Juliet die. Orpheus turns around when he leads his love Eurydice out of the underworld, and, per the rules Hades set, she is sent back to the land of the dead. The thing is, modern audiences tend to forget the actual core tenet of tragedy: release, catharsis. The audience is meant to watch these characters struggle with all their will, all their hope, and as things end poorly for them, they end in a way that allows the audience to release their pain, awaken pleasure, and motivate them in their own lives. We also tend to forget how these pieces of media actually end. The death of the lovers ends a centuries-long feud, bringing about peace. When Orpheus dies, he will be reunited with his love. Tragedy is not simply that the world is awful, it's that the world is full of trials. How will you brace it? Optimism is necessary to change the world because it is necessary for life. People may say that they are not optimistic, that they cannot see the good or hope, but if that is true, why do we live? Nihilism tells us that our existence is a meaningless one we toil in until we die. Optimism says possibly, but we can choose to make our lives matter. We have to have faith that no matter how horrible a situation we find ourselves in, there is a way out. Things can and will get better because we decided it will. Optimism goes beyond the mindset. It is action. It is fighting for the world we believe in because we believe in it. If we do not believe in something better, then there will be no something better. To change the world, we have to believe in the world. Going back to those tragedies, my favorite modern tragedy is the musical Hadestown, a retelling of that Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. At the end of the show, Hermes, the god and narrator, comforts the audience by saying, quote, "The song was written long ago, and that is how it goes. It's a tragedy, but we sing it anyway. Because here's the thing, to know how it ends and still begin to sing it again as if it might turn out this time." End quote. Life, the world, it can all feel like an endless cycle of push and pull, of tragedy and triumph, but we have to keep singing. We have to believe until, like Orpheus, we see the way the world could be in spite of the way that it is. Our lives, our stories, they matter. The love in these tragedies may not have saved their lives, but they changed everything around them because there was love, because there was hope. So love, so hope, and make the world into one that allows you to do so. Thank you.